Hey, good afternoon, traders. I want to talk to you here today about the trading the MES, which is a micro future, versus SPY. Basically, these are the same product, and this is to point out that how futures are more capital efficient to trade than the stock itself. And it also has a tax benefit to it, as futures are taxed different than traditional, stock. And so this is the shares. If you buy one micro contract of the MES, it's equivalent to 50 shares of the SPY. All right, if you're trading, you can buy one share of the SPY, but this is just to compare apples to apples type of comparison. To buy 100 shares of the SPY, if you're on capital required, if you're on a margin account, it takes $20,500 round numbers. On a futures, it takes $1,250 for one contract. So if you're going to compare apples to apples, you'd buy two contracts, you'd be looking at $2,500 versus $20,000, basically 1/10 the amount of capital required to buy 100 shares of SPY. In a non-margin account, if you trade SPY, it takes $41,000 to buy 100 shares. And it costs a little bit more in a non-margin, about $1,540. Now, this depends upon your broker. There are some brokers out here where you can buy these type of contracts that, you put up $30 to $50. But this is a full-service broker that I use. The notional value, what you're buying with 100 shares of SPY, round numbers, you're buying $41,000 worth of stock. Again, this was set up for one, so this is going to be the same if you buy two contracts to make it equal to the SPY. But this is one contract, about $20,600. With futures, there's no pattern day trading rule. You can scalp this thing as long as you have, the capital. I believe the broker I trade with requires $2,500 in order to trade this. So, as long as you got $2,500, there's no pattern day trading rule. With the SPY, there is. So if you're going to try to scalp this, say, 5 times a day, you're going to have 25,000 or more. Of course, you wouldn't have it. It's obviously based on these capital requirements. Okay. Yesterday on Friday, from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, there was a nice run up. And if you would have bought the SPY at about 2 o'clock and held it to close, you'd have made $240. This right here is you would have made $120 in the futures per contract. So if you would have bought two contracts, it'd be the same. So you can, a lot of people trade SPY, watch the SPY. It's a very good broad market index to trade. With trading MES, also you get the same market action, if you will, and a lot less capital required to trade. It's more efficient and no pattern day trading rules and a little tax break. Now, the one thing I didn't put in here, I guess it should have, is a little more commissions involved to trade futures. But there was just a quick little comparison here of trading two very popular vehicles. SPY obviously trades 30 to 40 to 50 million shares a day, very liquid. This trades anywhere from 800,000. I think one day last week it went over 1 million contracts. So that is also very liquid, tight bid-ask spreads. So hopefully this will entice you to consider to trade futures.